rolling bird hell site or whatnot. But I certainly felt a lot more productive. I mean, shit, finishing that portrait, I think over the weekend I did what? The rivulet animation, I did a couple pieces for some kudo boards for comrades. This has been a really productive weekend, and I hope this week is also similarly a hell of a lot of fun. I'm good to be back. But yeah, I think I don't really have too much else. So let's jump on over into our game, Terra Nil. Yes, I wanted to finish this last time, but unfortunately, the hard mode puzzles are hard. Yeah, I know. Surprising, ain't it? All right. I see game sound coming through. Seems like it might be a little soft. Testing. Well, like, I see my volume up at -20, but the game is at like -50. I don't think that's really loud enough. Or maybe it was because I was clicked out of it. I don't know. Let me know if it's too soft, and I will find a way to turn it up. Actually, I can just kind of bump it up just a little bit out the gate. Let's add this. There we go. Take off a couple dBs of the negative gain. All right. So we got the first two maps done. Now we need to do the Polluted Fjord. So let's see. The volcanic glacier was already very, very close. I think it was, these last two maps were definitely very difficult on playing through normally. And the fjord was the first time we had to really do a kind of seesaw between temperature, because like we needed to melt all the snow so we could see the land, but then we needed to get the temperature back down to freeze things, and like, you know, getting the humidity in the right range so we can place the like. Like this is gonna be an interesting one. Hopefully we can do it in less than 3 restarts, unlike the other maps. All right. What do we got? I see. The whole map is covered in snow. Cool. All right. Hit him with the tidal turbine. I guess our solar meter is going to be our method of revealing tiles. That's a bugger. Let's put this way over here. Ah, all right. I see. So there can be rocks. Interesting. I wonder if, because it doesn't give me any indication of what's underneath the snow whenever I place a thing, I wonder if it doesn't, I wonder if the game doesn't check for what the tile is under the snow until it's revealed. That'd be kind of interesting. Okay, get this one to reach up there a bit. Uh-huh. I see. How did we need to melt snow? We're gonna need to make some grass and then combust it. Yeah. I see. All right. All right, let's clear out this area next. See if we can find some more rocks, because we kind of need to extend our space. I mean, I could put this water thing here. What'll this do? Doesn't reveal anything. Nah. Okay, so put this here. And then we'll show over here. I see. We can get some pollution cleared over here. Should also give us plenty of space to get this. See, because the goal is I want to get enough for me to combust. Not a dehumidifier. I need a combustor. That'll get me 4C. This will get me 4C, and that will leave me 1 short. Well, fuck. How can I get... Sure. I let go! Welcome on by. Aw, why you sobbing? Maybe if I do this, we can maybe get a little more. We can do this. Can we get up to 5C? All right. No! Rounding errors. That's a lurk emote. Oh, I see. Okay. Like, looking at the small version of it, it looks like Ray crying. But I think that's just because their eyes kind of look blue to me. So that sort of looks like tears. And it kind of looks like the eyebrows are where the eyes are. Like the eyes are closed. Well, I hope you're having a good start to your week. I don't think there's anything we can do but to use these calcifiers. Requires water. River water. All right, noted. I don't like this. Well, actually, can I do one over here? Hold on. Let's make some greenery. Combustor. Too close to another one. All right, so never mind. We'll rewind that. Kind of feel like we have not started off very well on this map. Oh, there's a rock. Oh, blood and ashes. Thank you. Thank you, tiny. Tiny rock. Yes! That's what I'm talking about, baby. What I'm talking about. Yeah, I definitely can see how... All right, so I think what they do... I think the map is generated. They'll cover it with snow, but... if I place something on top of, so like, I bet if I rewind, I put this over here. Yeah, see, now it's not blocking that little river. All right, so we can do a little bit of meta gaming using the undo function. Can I put it here? I don't want to block that channel. I want to put like a river thing here and let it all go. All right, so let's move it down to... There we go. So now we have all of this visible. Now I can put another windmill here. All right, now let's see. What will this show me? Ooh, not good. Let's put it here. Better. Good. Good, 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 good. All right. We're getting low on green, so I need to fix that. Let's see. We can drop this here. What if I drop a water mababa majigger? A thingamabobber? I need this cleared out. If I do this, and then this. Yeah, let me get that water running all the way through. That's what I'm talking about, baby. All right, we need some green. God, this is so fucking scuffed. I don't think I'm gonna make it without, all right. We can at least reveal the map. So we got that going for us. Nice. Nice. All right. We are low on points. So we are going to have to just go on a green spree. To hopefully recoup our monies. All right, I can do this. Kind of purify a little bit of the water. This is some of the good stuff. Some of the good stuff. Ooh. Now that is what I call watering a whole bunch of holes. Wait. I'm not sure I want to phrase it like that in hindsight. I'm going to need a thing here. If I put another one here, should get plenty. All right, that's good stuff. Okay, okay. All right. Let me go back to placing some more green. I'll do it like, actually, I want this over here because I'm going to need to start some fires. I'm going to need some buildings up top here. In a somewhat optimal location. All right, good shit, good gob shite. I want to use a calcifier. That did not do anything. It needs to be grass for it to calcify. That's kind of weird. It's kind of odd. That's how I would describe it. A bit strange. No, I need to connect this grass over here so this whole area, when I burn it, will get converted. I need to put it more like here. I wonder if I can do... All right, so I'll put one down here. It's more of an elbow. Like... Or I can just do this, maybe? The desire within me to, like, properly, completely cover these areas is warring against, like, the actual efficiency, preventing me from doing so. Dreki, restorer of earth, cleanser of homes. Exactly. Exactly. We are returning the world... Wait, did I... Yeah. The world that became to the world that could be. The whole plot, such as it is that this is a planet that was a inhospitable wasteland, and we are restoring it. I see. They come for thee. Let me get this one. Let me get this one. And then we hit them with that whatcha. Said we hit him with the whatcha. Oh, hey, we got to the 100% green. I wasn't paying attention. All right. This map's a lot weirder without having the lava flows. All right. Interesting. We have the rock hopper. Rock hopper. Icebergs form. So we need to get the temperature back down. Let's see if we can get humidity to... we could go for snowfall. So we need to get temperature... if we get temperature up... or not temperature up. We need to get humidity up. We're going to get that easily, like, as we're placing things. So I'm not going to sweat that too much at the moment. We do need to get temperature down. I'm also worried about the lichen because I certainly have had issues with that in the past. So if possible, I would like to get the algae done first, if at all possible. So if I do this... oh, it's not looking good, people. It's not looking good. All right. Oh, we have the monorail. That is actually extremely convenient. Ooh. Dreki. This might come in handy. All right, so if I build a monorail here, and we can connect it over here. All right. So that's not close enough. That's not close enough. So we're going to need to build a calcifier over here. We do not have a lot of money, Dreki. Your money is low. Your money is low. You need to get your money back or you're gonna blow. All right. Get these biodomes. Yes. They can actually kind of pull double duty. We can do this. No, we're just gonna have a whole fuck ton of this shit. It's gonna be fucking everywhere. And I'm gonna burn it down. Okay, so I want to put this down here. Like... Actually. Yeah. Like so. Hello, Snake. How you doing? How you doing? I am on just chatting. I see. Thank you for letting me know, Miss Nil. I don't know why my thing... Oh, I know why my thing glitched. Or at least... I don't know why it glitched, but I know why it didn't switch it to Terra Nil when I went to the game mode. Thank you. I am doing pretty fantastic. Glad to be back after that week of non-action. Mac and cheese? Ooh, mac and cheese is a classic. You know, there's been a minute since I've had, there's this place that does kimchi mac and cheese. It has been a hot minute since I last got me a big old bite of that. I should fix that. Okay, so if I build... So if I build a... Build this here. And then I calcify. So then I can make a rail network connection. That is not close enough. I see. I'm gonna need to build another water pump. Water pump, water pump. Oh, water pump. Glug, 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 glug. Water pump chugging everywhere. Anyway. If I do this, and then we can... do something. I don't know what I just did. I did something dumb, is what I did. Right. Let's just go back to here. Put this down. Ooh, Palearctic fish. All right, so we have a nice little milestone that just landed. I can hit that. Purify a little bit of ocean. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. What if I told you? I have a set of skills. Skills that make me a nightmare for this planet. Actually, it wouldn't be a nightmare. It's actually kind of a good thing what I'm doing. We are almost out of the humidity range. I do want to make sure we get our biodome shenanigans on point. Let's go ahead and do this burning. And then we can make some trees up here. Like so. Now this is going to bring our temperature up, but hopefully it's not too high. So I'm thinking if we can get our trees and tundra locked down, I can kind of go willy-nilly for creating rocks. We get lichen locked down, And then I'm going to drop the temperature, bring the humidity up, get ourselves snowfall. I also want to get the icebergs. Okay, because I think the icebergs count as rocks. And then I can, like, clear that out. We shall see. So, let's see the Arboreum. So, we get that. We get some of this. We would get that. I'm thinking what I'll do instead. You need to burn this. And this. Which should give us a good spot to build a tree and really maximize our... We'll do a bit of tree maxing over here. Alright, so that gets us all the way to our forest. So we don't need to muck with burning anymore, but we do need to get things in a situation where we can... no, we can use the algae greenhouse. Actually, this is optimal for the algae greenhouse. That is good to know. So if I do this... Can I later? I can. Good. There's not a lot of algae. Need to build one of these guys down here. We algae this. We can algae this. Now, the thing is, we need rocks. And if I bring it below freezing, the rivers will freeze over. And then I can't put algae on those rocks. So I need to make a whole bunch of stone before I go about making algae. Not a water pump, a calcifier. Alright, so if I do an algae greenhouse here... Alright, that's still not a lot, Dreki. It is not a lot. And these calcifiers are extremely expensive. I'm wondering if there's a way... I might need to, like, farm points in after a fashion. If I do all of this... Like, that's pretty... It's pretty min-maxed, this greenhouse right here. Actually, I could do, like, this one, and then this one. See, that's getting us just halfway. I need to, like, make a whole bunch of grass up here and then turn all of that into stuff. Now we can save a little bit of money. So instead of paying 65, I can instead use the activated ability of this. So half as much money, and then I can just move it. That is going to be... So that's the whole reason for our rail network strategy. Looking down here, though, I need to connect these two parts now that I perceive. All right. It's kind of annoying, but oh well. The reason I want to do that is so I can grab one of these toxin scrubbers. And I'm going to put it over here. Does not make it as good as I thought. These are outside of range. All right, so instead of the toxin scrubbers, we're just going to grab one of these. Get ourselves a whole bunch of money, 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 money. We're gonna put that at max speed. Look at that money. All right, so if I make this area calcified, we should be able to get a rock. I wonder if it might be worth giving up on the lichen for a second. Actually, no, we're good. We can do our kelp strategy. Hold on. Yeah. What am I thinking? Let me see. Do a flash freezer. That'll get me below 0. Then I need to get my humidity up. So just do a cloud cedar. Oh, we need to do a little bit more freezing. Gotcha. Of course, I built the flash freezer in the one place that doesn't have coverage. So let's see if we can connect it to our rail network. Is still just out of range. Dreki, you're going to have to make another flash freezer. Right, I'll just build it here, I guess. Cool. Now it begins to snow! Alright. So let's give this a minute. Oh, wait. I need to make rocks. Oh, Dreki. Dreki. You silly snake. You fool. The whole point of this, you almost forgot. If it turns to snow, you can't turn it into a rock. All right, we're getting plenty of money, so I'm just gonna keep dropping these calcifiers down. That's a bad one. All right. Good shit. Lots of good rocks going on over here. That's what I call liking, baby. All right, now we just need help. Good shit. We could work on getting our temperatures up. I think our big thing is I want to connect all of my rail networks. That's going to save me a lot of future pain. Let's go ahead and get that done. Yes. There we go. Get that. Get that. Good shit. All right, we are not out of the woods just yet, my comrades. All right, how does it look if I try to grab one of these and make All right. Doesn't look too bad, it seems. I just need to find out where my other thingamabobbers are. Let me grab this little bean, drag it over here. I do think these icebergs might actually be getting in my way. We might need to bring the temperature back up just to get rid of them. Also, we can get that ivy overgrowth very easily. And just grab this humidifier. Move it over here. Get ourselves a whole bunch more humidity. And then we can just move it right back. And then one more time. All right. So that should be good on that. Now I just need to get the temperature back up. Which actually shouldn't be hard if I wanted to just burn some things. 2 Celsius, 2 Celsius. Just bring it over here, just burn a whole bunch of grass. I can just grab this little noodle. Let's put a power source up here. It needs one. And bring it over here. Another 5C. Grab it again. Move it over here. For good old 3C. Alright, so now we got butterflies. We need another 9 Celsius if we want to get anything more fancy. So, go ahead and grab our little combustor. Oh, hey! And those areas we combusted are for free getting re-snowed. Alright, so that is actually a nice little advantage. I need some power though. Let's build that. Build a monorail out here. Good shit, good shit. All right. We'll grab our little combustor. We'll bring him all the way out here. All right, we're up to 12 Celsius. Good shit. Grab it again. Move it right back here. That should give us our last little bit of temperature. Now I need to get our last bit of kelp. Bada bing, bada boom, baby. All right. Honestly, surprised at how smooth this has gone. It looks like this is going to be a one trier. We're gonna have to see if I screwed myself when it comes to animals, however. Let's see, we need lichen and snow. Lichen and snow. There we go. All right, for the owl, we need trees and tundra. Might be able to meet it. There we go. Snow and tundra. All right, we put some wolves over here. Always love an Arctic fox. Temperature is at -10°C or lower. I mean, we can bring the temperature back down now that I got all the achievement things, and it's slowly going to go down anyway, just because we have snow. I think we're fine. Ocean and ice. All right, we got some penguins. Can we get polar bears? That lichen is what keeps messing me up. Because I have all my lichen up here, which is away from the ocean. I mean, I can make some lichen tiles over here. Hi, hi, Frostbee. I hope you're doing well. I don't think we should worry about going for, like, the full clear. I think we're gonna just... We're just gonna... Yeah, I think we got plenty of animals, you know? I think we should just wrap all these buggers up and take a gander at that cityscape that is next on the agenda. You good? Yeah, I am doing fantastic. It is great to be back. Need to remember to get all these tiny incidental little things in my vacuum efforts as well. Ah! Right, I don't get the money back until I actually use the bacon. Whoopsie, Dreki! That would have been a little bit of a problem. Good shit. Alright, let me just do another recycling bacon out here. And then a bacon out here. And a bacon out here. Then a bacon out there. And a bacon here. A bacon there. Bacon, 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 bacon everywhere. We might have everything, actually. Gotta make sure to properly unwind. This game that way. I got it when it released, but it was too difficult for you. It has been a very soothing game. I think it has an interesting game cycle. I think it has a pretty good curve as far as how it introduces the game. I definitely can see how it can be difficult, especially these hard mode maps. The hard mode maps have really been a bit of a brain twister because it has me doing stuff that it doesn't indicate are possible normally, but makes sense when you think about it. All right, this is gonna be a little annoying. I need to get that. All right, so if I do this and then there we go. I do think it's a little hard for me to take the game at full price. For two reasons. One, it doesn't have mod support, which I feel would give it much longer legs, and I feel like this would be a great game to have mods for people to put in different maps or custom biomes or things like that. Like, I can easily imagine someone doing like an Alien Worlds sort of mod where you're not like making an oxygen, nitrogen, traditional Earth planet. You're doing some kind of xenobiological terraforming restoration. I feel like that could have been kind of cool. Even if it's the similar game loop, you know, just retheming things. The other big reason, and it feels very small and petty. Let's appreciate this. doesn't have a desert biome. I feel like the biomes it has you building, yeah, they're different, but they all feel very similar. It's hard to put like put the proper terminology or words on it, because like, you know, we have like a temperate forest, you have a bit of a tropical sort of situation, you have this Arctic situation, and then you have like rebuilding in the city. But like there's, you know, you're missing your desert where, you know, it's not as obvious, you know, it's full of life and it's this balanced ecosystem. You don't have like a prairie scrubland, you know, it feels, while they are beautiful lands, the art's gorgeous, they all feel very greenery minded and not so just purely environment. Maybe a biologist would be able to better describe the reasons I feel like the biomes feel, while they are different, they feel like they're sort of picking from the same ones. And I get it. Like, on the other hand, it does make it smooth as far as the difficulty curve, because everything that they have you doing in each area is building up on more and more things you've learned from the previous maps. Whereas if you throw in a desert biome that's maybe like has torrential rains and you need to work on drying it out, you know, that kind of goes against how like a lot in pretty much every single map, you kind of just want to get your humidity higher. It's very rare you want to get your humidity down. And like there's a couple niche spots, but like the tundra is really the only place where you kind of have to jiggle with the temperature a little bit, but it's really not that bad. I do think it was a very good idea to have a city be the fourth biome. I think that is very poignant, and I think it is very interesting, considering the conceit of the game.